let's get into the session. Triggering the transformation. What's the 3 phases of PT practice growth? I'm going to help you. Let me go back. How to finally break free from being small, struggling, stuck, and finally building a fast-growing, profitable PT practice that you're proud to call your own. 3 phases we're going to look at. Number 1, 0 to $300,000. Number 2, $300,000 to $1 million. And number 3, $1 million and beyond. So phase number 3. Really, this is proof of concept. If you're in this phase, it's can I get clients? Can I chuck some stuff at the wall and see what sticks? It's absolutely all about marketing and getting the early clients. Nothing else. Just get your clients. Just get people to give you money and prove that what you've got is valuable enough for people to want to give you money. It's a lot of hustle, it's a lot of hard work, and you're literally just trying to see what sticks. At least 80% of the profession never makes it past this point. 80% of the people who start a business never make it past phase 1. If you're out of it, congratulations, you're in phase 2, the valley of death. The reward for making it out alive from 0 to 300 is the valley of death. Revenue grows, but as 1 or 2 in this room have probably found out, so too these things called expenses. When we do CEO, it's funny. And I was telling somebody, I think it was Brad recently, who's just joined the new group. I said, what's really fun, what happens on day 1 of CEO? All of the clients that are around about $500,000 look at the business owners who are doing round about $1 million and think, I want to be you. And all of the people at $1 million look at the people who are doing $500,000 and think, I want to be you. Because the assumption, and it's the assumption that kills you, is that as you grow revenue, so too you grow profits. As you grow the company, it's the profitability that you've got to take care of. And as we've done this now over the last couple of years, I've done CEO and I've been closer to businesses, and we get to see the trends and the patterns that allows us to help the community. That's what I love about CEO, is we can get really close to people, and then the lessons that we learn in that, we can kind of disperse across the wider community. The businesses at 500,000 are often making more money, profit, take home, than the businesses at $1 million. The business owner at $1 million just has $1 million headache. Be careful not to give yourself $1 million headache as you grow. To get out of it requires the implementation of more reliable sales and marketing. You will not get out of it alive without more reliable sales and marketing. Otherwise, you will just get stuck. You'll be treading water all of the time. And that's what really happens to people. They don't improve their marketing and sales strategy to allow them to scale to actually get out of the thing. Nearly always because they don't hire a team. In the last session, this time last March, we did a session on the 3 parts of the marketing department. To get out of the valley of death, I haven't seen anybody who's got out of it without that. That number 1, strategic alliances. That's your doctors, that's your gyms, your fitness businesses. You can probably do that. You can build relationships with your doctors, your yoga classes, your fitness businesses, your communities that you can tap into. That's your strategic alliances. The second one is your internal marketer. That's the person that's doing your reviews, your social media, your email marketing, setting up workshops for you, creating free reports, leaflets, brochures, all of the stuff that you're going to need, collateral that you're going to need to give to people. And then the third one, your digital team. You're never ever going to get Google and Facebook and banner ads and all that stuff working for you. By the way, 1 in 20 does. 1 in 20 does who's that way inclined who gets it. But the majority of people don't. If you don't have all those 3 things lined up, I think it's going to be very difficult for you to get out of the valley of death. You've got to get savvy at the business end of the business and understanding all of the different aspects, whether it's operations. What does an operations person do? What does a sales person do? What does a finance person do? What does the marketing person do? The phrase I've used a lot recently, you can't say you don't know. The IRS sends you a letter saying that you owe money, and in that letter, it says you can't say you didn't get this letter. Even if you didn't get the letter, you can't say you didn't get it. Even if the mailman didn't like you, and he didn't put that letter through the door, you can't go to court and say, I didn't get this letter. I think you should adopt the same for how you run your business. You cannot say that you don't know what a marketing manager does. You cannot say that you don't know what a salesperson needs to do. You cannot say that you do not know what a finance person needs to do. And you cannot say that you don't know what an operations person needs to do. And you absolutely cannot say that you don't know what a CEO needs to do. And yet, secretly, I think if you push most people in business, they don't. Somebody one of the most pivotal days in my life from a coach, from a business coach, I was going back and forth with him. It was a time when I was starting to hire a lot of people for both businesses. And he said, we were talking about the right seats, the right butts in the right seats. He said, Paul, it's not even remotely as important as you understanding the requirements of that seat. Because the popular wisdom will have you believe that all you've got to do is go find Sally. And when you find Sally, you put Sally in that seat for you, and she's going to do that job. At the surface level, it makes sense. But at the real level, it doesn't. Because now Sally's got nobody coaching, holding accountable, no conversation to have with, because the business owner doesn't know what Sally needs to do. Follow it? The day that you can sit down and really understand, and you do it through scorecards, through writing and rewriting scorecards, the greatest tool that a business owner, a CEO can ever get, I think, cash flow forecast and an ability to write a scorecard. Because if you understand what a scorecard needs to look like for somebody, you can actually give them a shot of them doing their job properly. In the absence of a good scorecard, it's 50-50. You're going to get lucky. But then in the end, what happens, you don't get lucky because you live in fear of them leaving because you don't know what they do. Now you're being held to ransom. That's that single point of failure back in your business. Third phase. This is where the real growth can take place. If you can get to 1 million, you can probably get to 5 and beyond. There's a few people now that I'm excited and watching and working alongside as they get their businesses past that 1.5 million mark, and they're starting to think about 3 and even 5. This is what I would call the wealth zone. You can probably start to think about selling the business, should you wish to do so. 7 figures and beyond. This is different in that you've got to build a leadership team. So if 300 to 600 was about understanding all the roles of the people in your team, absolutely, and building a marketing and sales team, the gas pedal, as I've heard it called, not just the brake pedal, which is your finance and your ops. This is now about understanding who you need in that business to grow. It needs completely different staff at 1 million to 3. The skill that you've got to hone and needs to be developed is how do you coach and how do you develop the people that are your managers. If you've got a team now of 15 to 20 people and you don't have 3 or 4 people in that company that are working harder than probably you, this business is stuck. And what we've done is we've put a few too many doers, if you like, into the company and haven't developed 3 or 4 people that can manage those people for you. And that's the phase I think that many of you are kind of teetering on now, is to, can we get you through the 9? There's a lot of businesses around about 800, 900 million in this group now. The next phase is going to be your ability to find and recruit and manage somebody that can find and recruit and manage people under them. If we can't do that, this business will stop growing, or you will not see your kids and family ever. And then you'll just burn out, completely burn out.
Thanks for watching this video. And if you found it helpful, and if you now find yourself thinking, I wonder what else this person can help me with, head over to paulgough.com/books, where you can find my best-selling books, which will show you how to add more profit to your practice. Or send an email to paul@paulgough.com to ask about how we can help you accelerate the growth and profitability of your clinic. And by the way, if you know anybody who would find this helpful, please share this video out. Thanks so much.